Good evening all, hope you've had a lovely weekend. We'll be starting in 3 minutes time with this evening's food and drink special. Big quiz this evening. It is I think it's a 40-point quiz. Let me double check. Let me have a quick count. It's a big one. It's a lot of... It's a 45-point quiz. It's even bigger than I realised. 45 points. Of course, one of those comes from a shout out, as always. Evening Judith, evening Tom, evening Jane, hi Steve, hi Barney. And hello. There we go. We've got 1 minute until we start, so good evening. Thank you for joining us for our special food and drink quiz as voted for by you on Thursday evening when we played our general knowledge quiz. Monday to Thursday, general knowledge quiz is here at 8 o'clock, and then on Sunday we have our themed special, which we vote for on Thursday evening. This week you chose food and drink. We've got a 30-question quiz, 45 points available this evening, all around the themes of food and drink, and we'll be get going in just a moment's time. Remember, of course, for that final big point, you do need a shout out at some point in the quiz, so 44 of the 45 points are from the questions themselves. That 45th point, if you want to get a perfect score, comes from a shout out. All you need to do for the shout out is get involved in the chat in the comments, and if you get a shout out, then take an extra point. For example, Holly has just got herself a shout out. She said good evening, she's excited. We're excited. Sounds like a team effort this evening, Holly. Sounds like a few people are there. So anybody who gets a shout out, Hannah, good evening to you. Josh, good evening to you. As we go through the game, good evening to Grandma. Then we will get our bonus points going. It is now 8 o'clock, which means that we are good to start this evening's food and drink quiz. Here we go. Starting off, as we always do, with question number 1. Question number 1. What type of berry is Ribena made with? Starting nice and easy, hopefully. What type of berry is Ribena made with? Good evening, Rachel. Good evening, Rachel. Good evening, Bubba and Grandad. Hello to Daniel Hyman. There we go. Who's been on a lovely walk today. The Sunday walk. Something of Daniel Hyman tradition. Here we go, let's move on to question number 2. Neve is in and ready. What is someone who eats no animal produce called? What is someone who eats no animal produce at all called? And we've got Neve's parents as well playing today, and so there's a bonus point for you as well. Thanks for playing. Next one, question number 3. What is the main ingredient in Heinz ketchup? What is the main ingredient in Heinz ketchup? Is it as easy as it seems, or maybe it's not? Caitlin, hello. Yes, of course, Josh is a professional chef, and therefore potentially stands to have a slight advantage in this quiz, but who knows? We might all know the main ingredient of ketchup. But they're not all this easy, I promise. Here we go, number 4. True or false? The Aztecs used cocoa as a currency. Is that true or false? The Aztecs used cocoa as a currency. I was wondering what number 2 was, Daniel. Is an honest answer to question number 2. Well, you know what will get you the point. You put whatever you want on your piece of paper. Uncle Howard, good evening. Question number 5. Poutine is a popular chips and cheese dish from which country? Poutine is a popular chips and cheese dish from which country? That is question number 5. Josh didn't even vote for food and drink. Josh voted for cartoon animals. But we still expect great things from you, Josh. There's no shying away from it. Evening to my parents, of course, just downstairs. Question number 6. It's the first of our picture rounds. We've got a few pictures coming, so here we go. Number 6. Which of these is the odd one out? Which of these is the odd one out? Four pictures. 3 of them have something in common, but one of them, alas, does not. Which of those is the odd one out for question number 6? We've got a bit of high culture coming up, by the way. Nothing like a nice mishmash between food and culture. Here's question number 7. What is this dog's favourite treat? What is this dog's favourite treat? That's question number 7. Told you we were getting cultural. Moving on to question number 8. Another picture question for you in our first of 2 picture rounds today. Question number 8. Which of this character's creations never gets smaller as you eat it? Which of this character's creations never gets smaller as you eat it? Joe, it took me a good 5 minutes of deliberation to decide which actor to include as the photograph here. But I went with Gene Wilder. I thought that was the correct thing to do. Moving on to question number 9. Question number 9. Name the food and the festival that it's associated with. This is a big one. This is worth 6 points. So you've got 3 food items there on the right hand side of our specials board. And for each of those pictures, all you need to do is tell us the name of the food and the festival that it is associated with. So the name of the food and the festival that it is associated with. Yes, if somebody could just put in the comments to my granddad that he might need to press play. Because we've definitely started. So name the food and the festival it's associated with for a whopping 6 points. Josh agrees with me. Gene Wilder all day. Yeah, absolutely. Neve agrees too. We made a good choice there. Alright, next one. Question number 10. Back to some... Oh no, this is our last of our picture questions before we move back to some other questions. Name the meat from the sauce. Name the meat from the sauce. The big question is, will Caitlin get it? Yeah, we're all trying to help my my granddad back into the quiz. There we go. Thanks, he's in. We hope he's in. He might be a good 7 minutes behind the rest of us, but he's playing along now. So there you go. Name the meat from this sauce. Moving on now then to question number 11. Question number 11. What do honey, salt, sugar and raw rice all have in common? What do honey, sugar, salt and raw rice all have in common? Question number 12. What is the most common grain used in the production of beer? What is the most common grain used in the production of beer? Can be made out of all sorts of different grains, but there's one which is the most common one, and that's the one I'm looking for in this question. Oh, my mum's fishing around for clues again. Every time. Question number 13. The crepe is a style of pancake from which country? The crepe is a style of pancake from which country? Nice, easy question there. A gift. Moving on to question number 14, which is this one here. What cocktail is made with vodka, triple sec, lime juice, and cranberry juice? What cocktail is made with vodka, triple sec, lime juice, and cranberry juice? Now, not being a drinker myself, I don't actually know what triple sec is. I'm just assuming it's really dry. I haven't got a clue. I do know what lime juice and cranberry juice are. Quite good with my fruit juices. Caroline wants a crepe. Laughing at my own little joke there. Question number 15 before I get carried away. When measuring out ingredients, how many tablespoons make 1 cup? When measuring out ingredients, how many tablespoons make 1 cup? If you were to convert the measurements. How many tablespoons for a cup? I'm getting very, very confused in the comments at the moment. I haven't a clue what podiatry has to do with food and drink. And I'm a little bit concerned. Question number 16, here we go. William Griffith Wilson, or Bill, founded which drinking-related support group? William Griffith Wilson, or Bill, founded which drinking-related support group? I know at least one person playing who will get this one. They're not a member of the support group. But they'll know the real answer to this for the same reason that I know the answer to this. Question number 17. What 2 ingredients would I need to make pasta from scratch? If I wanted to make pasta from scratch, what 2 ingredients would I need? And you do get 2 points for this, one for each ingredient that you get correct. So, if I wanted to make pasta from scratch, what 2 ingredients would I need? Yep, Caroline, I thought you'd get it. So, Judith's department were accidentally sent 50 sachets of mint sauce. By who? Who sends 50 sachets of mint sauce to anyone? How strange. Question number 18. Now, usually, question number 18 is an obvious question, but not on a Sunday. True or false? Grey Goose employees receive a free bottle once a quarter. A financial quarter. True or false? Grey Goose employees receive a free bottle once a quarter. 500 sachets. Who needs 500 sachets of mint sauce? NHS supplies. Yeah. Medicinal quality, that mint sauce. Number 19. Here we go. Zac Brown Band, Carole King, and Dolly Parton all wrote songs about what popular food? Zac Brown Band, Carole King, and Dolly Parton all wrote songs about what popular food? I really like the Zac Brown Band one. It's hard not to sing it now I'm thinking of it. Zac Brown Band, Carole King and Dolly Parton all wrote songs about what popular food? That's question number 19. We're going to 30 today. Big points, 45 points available. Of course, a bonus point for you if you get a shout out through the quiz. So get involved in the chat and a shout out should be coming your way. Question number 20. What is the most popular drink on Earth? What is the most popular drink on Earth? That is question number 20. Kind of predicting that the Grey Goose employees would just rather receive a goose. You silly goose. Yeah, you love roast potatoes and goose fat. That's... Oh, Neve also loves the Zac Brown Band. It's brilliant. They're so fun. I didn't know if other people have heard of them. I thought people would have heard of Dolly Parton and Carole King. I thought they were safe choices. Question number 21. It's the next of our picture round. So 3 points available for this one. What type of coffees are these in the picture? What type of coffees? You're going to get 1 point for each. 1 point for each of these types of coffees. For those of you who are watching on a slightly smaller screen, what I'll do is I'll read out what it says, what the words say on the pictures, so that you can see them, just in case you can't see them on your screen. So the top left one says, on the top, steamed milk, and at the bottom, espresso. The bottom one, I can barely read myself, but it says espresso at the bottom. Let me make it a bit bigger. And dash of foamed milk above it. So espresso with a dash of foamed milk is the bottom one. And then the one on the right hand side from top to bottom says heavy cream, Irish whiskey, French press coffee and brown sugar. So steamed milk, espresso is the top left. A dash of steamed milk and espresso is the bottom left. And on the right hand side is heavy cream, Irish whiskey, French pressed coffee and brown sugar. Hannah's got a neighbourhood pet goose, and everybody else wants that goose to supply some fat for their potatoes. Oh dear. Judith likes the one on the right of our coffees. 22, here we go. Name the types of cereals from these pictures. So 3 points again. Name the cereals of these 3 pictures that have been taken from the wrappers of the cereals, but of course I've taken out the identifying names on the packets. If I was to have any of these 3, I think I'd go for the one in the middle. I certainly wouldn't go for the one on the right. And at a push, I might go for the one on the left, but probably not. Question number 23 coming up now. 23 on the way. Here we go. Name the meat from the side. Name the meat from the side. What meat would you have served? That's 23. We're moving on to 24. 24. This question here. This is the most popular cheese in the UK. This good-looking piece of cheese. The most popular cheese in the UK. What is it? This is the most popular cheese in the UK. What is it? Daniel says that coffee with milk is a bit weird. It's like coffee for kids. I don't know what he thinks of my favourite type of coffee, which is an affogato with ice cream in it. Who's that for? Who's that for? It's like a coffee float. Lovely. Next one, number 25. Last of our picture questions, and a big one. It's worth 4 points. No, it's not. It's worth 5 points. Even bigger. Name these logos. All of these are restaurants or food outlets. So tell us, what are these 5? 5 points available, 1 point for each. Yeah, that's true, Caitlin. They've got egg in, haven't they? You're missing out on that one. They're delish. Oh, Daniel approves of affogato. You can't have a latte, but you can have an affogato. They're This is the rules of Daniel's coffee intake. Oh, there's milk in them as well. Didn't know that. Claire says, good evening to everyone, especially my mother and me. In that order. Evening, Claire. Bonus point, of course. A moment more with this one then on the screen with these logos if you haven't yet worked them out. Last chance. If you do need more time, just take a picture of the screen. Then you can keep working on them as we go through the next few questions. I'm gonna guess Sunday. I'm guessing Sunday. If you're confused about what I'm talking about, check the comments. Question number 26. Robert De Niro co-owns which high-end sushi restaurant? There are quite a lot of actors and other celebrities who seem to own restaurants as well. Robert De Niro co-owns which high-end sushi restaurant? Number 27. Which living chef holds the most Michelin stars? Which living chef holds the most Michelin stars? Have you eaten in one of this person's restaurants? Now that would be exciting. Question number 28. What is the name of Heston Blumenthal's signature restaurant in Berkshire? What is the name of Heston Blumenthal's signature restaurant in Berkshire? He's got another couple in London. I've never eaten Heston Blumenthal, but there was a restaurant on one of the ships that I worked on, which might have been inspired by him. I'm not sure. Caroline also worked on that ship. The restaurant was called Wonderland, and it seems his sort of thing. I wonder if they were inspired. Question number 29. Green eggs and ham is a fictional dish created by which author? Green eggs and ham is a fictional dish created by which author? That is question number 29, the penultimate question of our food and drink special. And the final question, number 30. Here it is. What ingredient gives Earl Grey tea its distinctive taste? What ingredient gives Earl Grey tea its distinctive taste? That is the final question. Question number 30. Yeah, I agree, Caroline. The weirdest thing about in there is that you didn't get to choose what you ate. There was no menu. You just sort of got told a theme, and then things started arriving. It's a bit disconcerting sometimes. I do like to know what it is I'm eating before I put it in my mouth. It's just one of those things. Maybe that's just me. Anyway, time to finish up your scribblings, and we will start to go through the answers. So, as always, if you'd like to shout out your answers in the comments, feel free to pop them in there. If you haven't yet got your shout out, then make sure you get it before the end of the answers so you can get yourself that extra point and add that into your score at the end. It's a 45-point quiz. 44 of those points come from the questions, but that one extra one comes from the shout out itself. Neve has actually made green eggs once with food dye. Did they taste nice? Did they not taste off-putting? It's just something weird about it. Oh, blended them with spinach. Yeah, it would look a bit strange, wouldn't it? Nothing if not creative, though. So there you go. Here we go. Next, we're going to go through the answers. So starting with number 1. What type of berry is Ribena made with? That's question number 1. What type of berry is Ribena made with? Well, there are many flavours of Ribena, but we were, of course, asking for the original, the true Ribena. And the answer is blackcurrant. Blackcurrant is the answer for number 1. 1 point available for that. What is someone who eats no animal produce at all called? This is number 2. They are a vegan. Vegan, someone who eats no animal produce at all. No meat, no milk, no eggs, no cheese, no yogurts. Number 3. What is the main ingredient in Heinz ketchup? The main ingredient in Heinz ketchup. Now see, if I were to put what I thought, I would put vinegar, because that's all it tastes like to me. It just tastes like vinegar. But the obvious answer is always the correct answer, and it is tomato, or tomato concentrate. So tomato concentrate or tomato puree will get you a point for number 3. Question 4, true or false? The Aztecs used cocoa as a currency. Is that true? Or is that nonsense? Well, this one is actually true. The Aztecs were able to pay their taxes in cocoa beans, as chocolate was seen as so valuable. So there you go. Cocoa was used as a currency by the Aztecs. They paid taxes with it. Number 5. Poutine is a popular chips and cheese dish from which country? Poutine, a popular cheese and chips dish from Canada. Canada is the correct answer. The fair enough. The pedants are out. Yes, black currants are actually a currant rather than a berry. So I apologise for that. That was indeed a slight slip up of mine. Number 6. It's our first of our picture questions. Which of these is the odd one out? Oh, Neve went on a tour of the Cadbury factory. That's the Bourneville one in Birmingham. I went there when I was much, much younger. I can't remember it at all, but I've seen a photograph of me there. I should go back. Nothing quite like a tour of a chocolate factory, is there? Anyway, which of these is the odd one out? Well, you've got flapjacks, you've got corn on the cob, you've got cornflakes, and you've got popcorn. So the odd one out has to be flapjacks. It's made of oats, and all the others are made from corn. So flapjacks is the odd one out. Looks like lots of you got it correct. Number 7. What is this dog's favourite treat? Well, this dog is Scooby-Doo, of course, and his favourite treat are Scooby snacks. Scooby snacks. Yoicks, Scoob! Scooby snacks. Number 8. Which of this character's creations never gets smaller as you eat it? Well, this is Willy Wonka. Talking of other chocolate factories, but this item is not a piece of chocolate. The item that he made that never gets smaller is the Everlasting Gobstopper. The Everlasting Gobstopper. Question number 9. Name the food and the festival it's associated with. So this is worth 6 points. Massive number of points here. Let's start with the one at the top. The top one there is Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding. And of course, the festival associated with Christmas pudding is Christmas. So if you got one part, you probably got the other on that one. So an easy 2 points, hopefully. Christmas pudding for Christmas. Then the one on the right-hand side, hot cross buns. Hot cross buns, of course, for Easter. Easter and hot cross buns, that's another 2 points. And the one at the bottom left, that's matzah. And the festival is Pesach, or Passover. So there you go. Hopefully 6 points. Christmas pudding and Christmas, hot cross buns and Easter, and matzah and Pesach, or Passover. Number 10. Last of our picture questions for a little while. Name the meat from the sauce. Well, it's mint sauce, which is traditionally eaten alongside lamb. Yummy, 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 yummy. Lamb. Yes, mint sauce goes with lamb. So that is the answer to number 10. Moving on to question 11. What do honey, salt, sugar, and raw rice all have in common? What do honey, salt, sugar, and raw rice have in common? The answer to that is they don't go off. They don't have a sell-by date. They don't have a use-by date. They do not. They don't turn bad. They don't go off. So that's what they all have in common: honey, salt, sugar, and raw rice. There we go. It looks like we're seeing some really high scores today. Hopefully. Number 12. What is the most common grain used in the production of beer? What is the most common grain used in the production of beer? It's barley. Malted barley is the most common grain used to make beer. Barley. Unleavened bread would certainly get you the point, Caitlin. That's correct. That is what matzah is. So yes, please take yourself a point. And anybody who put risen bread with a cross on it for hot cross buns, you can also take a point on that. Question number 13. The crepe is a style of pancake from which country? The crepe is a style of pancake from which country? Nice and easy. It's France. French France. France is the answer. Neve, I'm not a beer drinker either. Hops is something to do with beer, but I think that's something extra. I'm not really sure. I know a few people who are taking part in this quiz who could really help us out on the answer to that one, because they really do know their beer. Number 14. What cocktail is made from vodka, triple sec, lime juice, and cranberry juice? What cocktail is that? That cocktail is a cosmopolitan. A cosmopolitan. Number 15. When measuring out ingredients, how many tablespoons make up 1 cup? When measuring out ingredients, how many tablespoons make up a cup? This is something that drives people crazy in the kitchen, converting all the different measurements. And apparently American cup sizes are different from British cup sizes, so if you're getting an internet recipe, you have to check where it's come from. I don't know. The answer is 16. 16 tablespoons make up a cup. Question number 16. William Griffith Wilson, or Bill, founded which drinking-related support group? And the answer to that is Alcoholics Anonymous, or AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, or Friends of Bill is also a term that it's known by. So, Alcoholics Anonymous. Number 17. What 2 ingredients would I need to make pasta from scratch? If I wanted to make pasta from scratch, and this is a 2-point question, what 2 ingredients would I need? Well, the first ingredient that I would need is flour, and the second is egg. Egg and flour is all you need for a nice bit of pasta dough, and the rest is just making it into a pretty shape. So that is 2 points if you got that. Flour and eggs. Number 18. True or false? Grey Goose employees receive a free bottle once a quarter. I'm afraid that is absolute balderdash. They do not receive a free bottle of anything once a quarter, once a year. However, legend has it that Jack Daniels employees get a free bottle of Jack Daniels once a month with their first payday of the month. I don't know if that's true, but legend has it. That is egg pasta, you're quite right. Flour and water for non-eggy pasta, fine. I'll accept it. You're quite right. You can make the flour just with water and flour. Yeah, water and flour, we accept. We accept that as well. Just tastes a bit different. A little bit less yellow. Here we go, number 19. Zac Brown Band, Carole King and Dolly Parton all wrote songs about what popular food? Zac Brown Band, Carole King and Dolly Parton all wrote songs about chicken! Chicken and a little bit of chicken fried. That was the Zac Brown Band one. Josh has jumped in here though. He says you need eggs for pasta. Josh has called it. Now I would have allowed you to just mush it up with water, but apparently that's not going to work for us. Josh says you need eggs for pasta. I'm going to let that one continue in the comments. So, Zac Brown Band, Carole King and Dolly Parton all sang songs about chicken. The other two sang about chicken soup. Number 20. Oh, what is the most popular drink on Earth? What is the most popular drink on Earth? The answer to that is water. Water is the most popular drink on Earth. The second most popular drink is tea. And then you get to beer. So the most popular one is water. 21. 3 points available here. Let's see if we can ramp up those scores for you. What type of coffees are in the picture? What type of coffees are in the picture? Well, let's start top left for us. Top left. It's a flat white. Flat white. Espresso with steamed milk is a flat white. Bottom left is a macchiato. It's espresso with a very small dash of the milk on top. So that's a macchiato. And Judith's favourite on the right, it's an Irish coffee. Irish coffee on the right hand side. The debate continues about the pasta. Neve has made perfectly nice pasta without eggs. She'll have you know. Do you know what? We're going to have a bake-off after this. We're going to have a cooking competition. Egg against water. There you go. We're all getting it. Irish coffee, Irish coffee, Irish coffee. Right. 22. Here we go. Name the types of cereals from the pictures. Name the types of cereals from the pictures. We're starting left to right. You've got Cocoa Pops. You've got Cheerios in the middle. And you've got Honey Puffs or Sugar Puffs. I'll accept either answer. They seem to go by both names. Cocoa Pops, Cheerios and Honey Puffs are the three cereals there. I really don't like Honey Puffs. I've never got on with them. I like Cheerios. There we go. Alright, next one, number 23. Name the meat from the side. Name this meat from its side. Yeah, we're all disappointed about that Rice Krispies answer. That was shocking. The side here is Yorkshire pudding. Yorkshire pudding. And the meat, therefore, is roast beef. Beef. Roast beef with a nice Yorkie. Oh, Caroline disagrees with me about the Honey Puffs. She thinks they're brilliant. 24. This is the most popular cheese in the UK. What is it? This is the most popular cheese in the UK. What is it? It is cheddar. Cheddar. 25. 5 points available here. Let's see if we can get them all. So, starting at the top then, top left, that's TGI Fridays. TGI Fridays. Moving across then on the top still, we've got Pizza Express. Directly below Pizza Express, we've got Nando's. Across on the far right, KFC. And then that leaves just one more below the question, and that is Krispy Kreme, the donuts. So you've got TGI Fridays, Pizza Express, KFC, Nando's, and Krispy Kreme. So there you go, 5 points available. Josh says that he's made an acceptable chicken with Yorkshire pudding, so is that correct too? No. But I'm sure it'd be delicious. I mean, I'd have Yorkshire puddings with anything. I think they're lovely. Yummy, yummy. And Daniel Hyman informs us that in China, Pizza Express is called Pizza Manzano. Thank you. 26. Robert De Niro co-owns which high-end sushi restaurant? Which high-end sushi restaurant is co-owned by Robert? It's Nobu or Nobu. Nobu? Not quite sure. Oh my goodness. Did you see that one? Did you see that one in the comments? From Daniel. In the UK, when it nearly folded last year, Pizza Express was called Calzone Express. 27. Which living chef holds the most Michelin stars? Which living chef holds the most Michelin stars? He holds 17 stars currently. 17 stars. It's Alan Ducasse. Alan Ducasse. Has anybody eaten at an Alan Ducasse restaurant? He's got it at the Dorchester, hasn't he? It's called Alan Ducasse at the Dorchester. Am I right? I think so. 28. What is the name of Heston Blumenthal's signature restaurant in Berkshire? What is the name of Heston Blumenthal's signature restaurant in Berkshire? It is the Fat Duck. The Fat Duck. Next one, number 29. Green eggs and ham is a fictional dish that Neve made real. And it was created by who? Which author created Green eggs and ham? Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss created Green eggs and ham. And finally, number 30, the last question, and then we will count up our scores and see how well you've done. What ingredient gives Earl Grey tea its distinctive taste? What ingredient gives Earl Grey tea its distinctive taste? And the answer to that is oil of bergamot, or bergamot, not sure. Bergamot? One of the two. Let's go with the really, really English pronunciation, bergamot. But I sense it might be French. It's the oil of bergamot. Who knows? There you go. You know it if you got it. You know it if you got it. So, let's see. How well did you do? Tally up your points. We've got potential for some high points tonight. It's a quiz out of 45. 1 point for a shout out. So if I've given you a shout out at any point this evening, please take an extra point. And then let's see how well you've done and who has won our big themed quiz of the week. And of course, next Sunday we're going to have another themed quiz, but we do not know what the theme is just yet. We'll be voting for that come Thursday evening. So at Thursday evening's quiz, we'll be voting for next Sunday's big theme. We are playing our general knowledge quiz every evening until then. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock. Here in the same place at 8 o'clock, we will be having our 20 question general knowledge quiz with some games thrown in. And we've got a new word game this week. Very excited about our new word game. You know how much I like my word games. So a new word game. The logos are back. And we've got a new celebrity faces question too. Lots to look forward to. That starts tomorrow, 8 o'clock for our next round of the regular stay-at-home quarantine quiz. So let's see how well you've done. Let's see. Starting off with Mary and Jeremy. That's 29. A good start there. 37. 37 for Aunt Cheryl, Uncle Simon and Nanny Maureen. 31 for Claire. 35 for Judith. 28 for Caitlin. Caroline got 33. That's definitely her highest score so far. 38 for Adrian and Daniel. That is so far the highest score we've seen. 34 for Holly. That's really good. 36 for my parents. I think that might be their highest score too. Hannah got 25. My grandma got 32. Neve on 35 as well. 30 for Bubba and Grandad. 35 for Jane and Steve. 39. 39 points for Emma. And we would assume Josh. We did have high expectations for them, of course, Josh being a chef. And it's currently looking like that expertise has paid off tonight. And it looks like they might well have won it. 36 points for Sophie, Tom, Ali, Sasha and Cash. And so that's a really high score there too. We're seeing some really high scores this evening. I think this is potentially across the board the highest scoring quiz that we've done so far. But it's looking like 39 is probably the top score. We didn't quite hit the 40 out of 45, but 39 is good enough. That is a very high score, and I think, unless somebody's gonna jump in right now with a 40 or higher, I think we're gonna call it. And we are. So congratulations goes to Emma and Josh for the winners of tonight's big themed quiz, food and drink special. Thank you very much for playing. 39 points has won it. Everybody keep eating, keep drinking, have a lovely evening. Enjoy tomorrow, working or not working, depending on what you're up to. And of course, stay inside and stay healthy away from the coronavirus. Have a lovely evening. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Thanks for playing. Goodbye.